The ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Dalit Ahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. First, let us catch up with the major headlines. President Isaias Afwerki engaged in bilateral talks with Italian officials. The Sabah region advances rehabilitation efforts for war-disabled veterans. Strategic Iran condemns U.S. attack on Iraq, Syria. And Chile declares state of emergency over raging forest fire. On our local news, President Isaias Afwerki and his delegation on 1st and 2nd February met and held talks with Italian Minister of Defense and other heads of various institutions and companies aimed at enhancing bilateral ties and exploring avenues for mutual cooperation. In a meeting with Mr. Guido Crosetto, the Italian Minister of Defense, on 2nd February, President Isaias articulated Eritrea's commitment to fostering a partnership based in equality and mutual respect. The talks underscored Eritrea's strategic importance in the Red Sea region, emphasizing its unique position of peace, stability, and military strength. Minister Crosetto highlights the deep-rooted historical connection between the two nations, expressing Italy's interest in expanding their collaborative effort. He pointed out the critical role of the Red Sea stability for the Mediterranean region and voiced his aspiration for enhanced cooperation to address the existing challenges. Furthering the agenda of bilateral engagement, President Isaias on 1st February met with heads of Alpitur enterprise and company involved in tourism sector, indicating that Eritrea has vast tourism potential, noting it possesses 1,200 kilometers coastline and over 300 islands. President Isaias invited the enterprise to visit Eritrea in the near future and craft joint tourism development plan in cooperation with Eritrean experts. President Isaias and his delegation on 2nd February also visited a waste recycling factory that is located in the city of Viterbo, 70 kilometers from Rome. The Sabah region branch, the National Association of Eritrean War-Disabled Veterans, has reported significant progress in the rehabilitation of war-disabled veterans in the region. This update was provided during an activity assessment meeting held in Karen on 31st January. In 2023, the association successfully allocated 7.2 million nakfa its members to offering both support and soft loans to aid in their rehabilitation. Notably, 26 female veterans across the subzone of Karen, Haggaz, Elaborate, Adetaklezan received financial assistance free of loans. Furthermore, the association extends its loan totaling approximately 500,000 nakfa to 50 members engaged in small-scale businesses, including vegetable farming, bakery operation, and milling. The financial aids aim to empower the veterans to achieve self-reliance and improve their living standards. Mr. Shimwele Welegergis, the head of the Regional Association branch, emphasized the critical role of government and stakeholders to support in these endeavors. He affirmed the association's commitment to intensify efforts to ensure well-being of its members. Looking ahead to 2024, Mr. Shimwele outlined key initiatives, including conducting comprehensive research on members' conditions, continuing the loan program, and undertaking feasibility studies for new projects aimed at supporting war-disabled veterans. This effort underscored the association's dedication to sustained rehabilitation and empowerment of veterans in the Sabah region. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students recently concluded a comprehensive training program on social science in 242 high school students, including 15 females from across the central region. The initiative aimed at deepening the participants' understanding of various critical subjects and fostering a sense of national consciousness and responsibility among the youth. The training covered a wide array of topics, including the concept of the nation, nationalism, youth and national service, the core principles of the National Charter, and advancement in information technology. Additionally, the training delved in the meaning of implications of ideology, as well as political and religious philosophies, and history of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students. Mr. Samson Kfle, the head of the union branch in the Central Region, emphasized that the training was designed to enhance the students' overall capabilities with a view to enable them to play due part in realizing the objective and mission of the union. Speaking at the event, Mr. Saleh Ahmedin, the chairman of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, underscored the importance of the training and encouraged the participants to take an active role in disseminating the science and understanding the acquired among the peers and their respective schools. The viewers will be back with the international news shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Iran's foreign minister says overnight U.S. strikes are a violation of sovereignty and territorial integrity of the two countries. Iran says the attack by the United States inside Iraq and Syria are the strategic error that will only add to tension and instability in the Middle East, heightened by Israel's military campaign in Gaza. The U.S. forces launched a wave of airstrikes against the Iranian-backed fighters in Iraq and Syria on Friday, retaliation for the drone attack in Jordan that killed 3 American soldiers on Sunday. The U.S. President Joe Biden later said the strikes will continue at a time and place of our choosing. The Iranian statement said, quote, "road of tension and crisis in the region go back to the occupation by the Israeli regime and the continuation of their regime military operation in Gaza and the genocide of Palestinians with the ultimate support of the U.S. The U.S. has operated military based around the Middle East for decades. There are about 30,000 U.S. soldiers scattered across the region. In addition, since Gaza began war in October, the U.S. has temporarily sent thousands of additional troops to the region, including on warships. On our last news, at least 10 people have died in a blaze of tourist region in Valparaiso that has forced many to flee their homes. Chile has declared a state of emergency as it battled spreading forest fire in the center of the country that have so far killed at least 10 people. The fires have ravaged thousands of hectares of forest since Friday, locking coastal sites and dense of fog and gray smoke, and forcing people to flee their homes in central region of Vena del Mar and Valparaiso. At least 10 people have died, according to the state representative of Valparaiso. The blaze is being driven by summer heat wave and drought affecting the southern part of the South America caused by El Niño weather phenomenon, as scientists warn that its warming planet has increased the risk of the natural disaster, such as intense heat and fires. In the towns of Estrella and Navidad, southwest of capital, the fire has burned nearly 30 homes and forced evacuation near the surfing resort of Richmond. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. President Isaias Afwerki engaged in bilateral talks with Italian officials. The Sabah region advances rehabilitation efforts for war-disabled veterans. Iran condemns U.S. attack on Iraq and Syria. Chile declares a state of emergency over raging forest fires. That will be all our local and international news. Dear viewers, thanks for watching and have a good night.